And by far, the number one cause is lightning, and there's a lot more of that on the way. Here's Kristi with the details.
Thanks so much, Chris. Yeah, BC Wildfire Service saying about half of the fires burning right now just happened within the last week because we've had so much instability, and today included. You can see just all of the lightning strikes across the region. We still have a few severe thunderstorm watches in effect, but really things are starting to settle down. We'll still have lightning, so when thunder roars, head indoors. But in terms of severity, we're not expecting much. As we head through the next 24 hours, though, what we're concerned about is this cold front that is going to make its way, especially across the central portions of the province. So with 400 fires burning, now BC Wildfire Service is concerned about winds. We're talking about sustained winds 20 to 30 kilometers an hour with the potential for gusts up to 50 kilometers an hour as this makes its way through. And of course, a dry cold front can bring the potential for more lightning in addition to those gusty winds. The good news is we have so much smoke across the region. The winds from that cold front will actually begin to dissipate a little bit more. We'll see more of a westerly flow, and you can see a little bit of a clearing for areas in the interior. So what we have on deck for tomorrow is the potential for some more lightning. We have a risk of thunderstorms from the northern portions of the province right down through the south. It's not going to be widespread, but we certainly have the potential, and as I mentioned, with those gusty winds. For the south coast area, though, we're going to continue with mainly cloudy skies and cooler conditions for one more day. I think we'll see cloud cover in the morning on Wednesday also, but by afternoon, I'm expecting breaks of blue sky, and we'll continue to see that Thursday. Chance of showers in the mix on Friday, but that's still days away, so we'll refine it. And I should just mention tomorrow, although it will be dry, there's a slight chance of a sprinkle, but overall, really, we're looking at dry and cool over the next day or sort of 36 hours. Back to you.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks very much, Kristi. Let's check in with Kristi now for the details and the threat to some areas by wildfire.
Thanks so much, Chris. So 40 new fires because of potentially lightning strikes just within the last 24 hours. And you can see numerous lightning strikes right now. So they'll be counting them again tomorrow. And we have lightning strikes in the forecast for tomorrow. But the biggest concern really is this cold front that's going to move across the region for the next 2 days. So this is the impact for tomorrow with sustained winds up to 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. This is a northwesterly flow, the potential for gusts up to 50 kilometers an hour, especially near coastal regions. And then it continues to track across the southeastern corner of the province on Wednesday. So we well know that with over 400 fires burning across the province, new ones likely found again tomorrow. This is really going to make matters worse indeed. Now, here's a quick look. The good news scenario is that we've had really quite a bit of smoke entrenched in some of the valleys. That is actually going to help disperse it, the wind that is. So some improvement in terms of the air quality. Now, I want to quickly mention Environment and Climate Change Canada just issued a report. It's a pilot project where it's an extreme, rapid extreme weather event attribution, basically trying to link extreme weather events to climate change. And they determined that the southern BC heat wave that occurred this past July was up to 10 times more likely. And that was the case that was determined for the northern BC heat wave as well. And just to give you an idea of what does that look like? Well, when we look at the distribution of temperature throughout the year, basically as our climate has changed, it's basically shifted this bell curve. And if you determine sort of extreme heat above this marker here, you can see why we're starting to see it happen more often and to a greater extent. It just sort of gives you that visual. Now, tomorrow we are going to see cloud cover. The cold front begins to move across the region. It does not bring a lot of rainfall, but it is going to bring lightning strikes and the potential for windy conditions, as I mentioned. Now, for the south coast, we're talking about another cloudy, cool day. We are expecting that cloud to continue into our Wednesday morning, but by Wednesday afternoon, we should start to see a little bit more sunshine. Chance of showers off in the distance there, but I'm not hanging my hat on it just yet. We'll refine that as we get a little bit closer. But in the meantime, here's tonight's Central Windows weather window coming to you from the beautiful Salt Spring Island. So this was just last night. We saw Aurora Borealis right across the south coast, which was pretty nice that we had clear skies because it's cloudy today. We may not see it again tonight.
Yeah, meteor shower too. Great.
That's right.
Great time to do some stargazing. Speaking of stars, here's Jay Janauer.
Yeah, not exactly. Yeah, Scores enjoying vacation. Hey, we're at the halfway point of the CFL season.